Hello, I'm Carol Hansford and I'm Head of Languages and Humanities, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how you can help your son or daughter revise for these subjects for 2021. So first of all, here are the Humanities staff. If you have any specific questions about the history or the geography curriculum, you can contact either myself or Miss Green. We also work with the directors, so Mr. Parker and Mr. Laird, who come into school to work with the students. You can see for yourself our fantastic results from 2020, and we're looking forward to similar results from the 2021 cohort. So the history paper in 2021 is slightly different from previous years. It's paper 2 that is now slightly shorter. Students are still expected to work on the themes of medicine through time, Elizabeth, and the Germany paper from 1918 to 1939. Each paper has a different focus in terms of the types of questions that students are expected to answer, and we work with students not just during the lessons but through enrichment time as well to make sure they have lots and lots of experience of answering the different types of questions. The geography again is slightly different for 2021 from previous years in that the field work no longer relies on trips out of school, but students are still expected to apply the knowledge they would have gained from those trips. Everything is now classroom based. All students have access to the geography.outward.com website so that they can access checklists, knowledge sheets, revision materials and exam practice questions in addition to their actual lessons and all enrichment opportunities. We also issue all students history and geography with a revision guide related to the exam board that they are actually sitting. We encourage all students to use the revision guides on a regular basis as part of their revision timetable. We also expect students to complete the online homework and the quizzes, educate for geography and Google Drive quizzes for history, and also use the revision guides for the different units of the work to support their work in class. Enrichment sessions in school are on Friday from 2:30 to 3:30, for history with Miss Green and Mr. Beecham, and for geography with Miss Cottrell and Mrs. Hughes. Similarly, our language results are very strong in 2020 and have been consistently strong for the last 3 years. The staff, all the language staff at Bydales work with Year 11, and we have both French and Spanish this year. We work with Miss Hawkins as the director, who will come into school to support smaller groups of students. The French and the Spanish course is spread over 3 themes: identity and culture, local, national, international and global areas of interest, and current and future study and employment. Within the themes, all 4 skills are examined: listening, speaking, reading and writing. You may have seen that although there will be no speaking exam in 2021, there will still be a speaking assessment by the teacher, and that will form part of the student's final grade. We issue each student with a revision guide for French or for Spanish and a booklet that runs alongside the revision guide so that students are able to schedule their revision to fit in with the classwork that we're doing as well. We recommend that students use a range of different websites and apps to support their language learning, but particularly their acquisition of vocabulary. An app like Duolingo on the phone can be used by the whole family so that students can compete with their friends, but they could also compete with family members to ensure that they're learning and retaining new vocabulary. We also offer enrichment sessions in school at 2:30 on the Friday for French, but also at 3:30 after other enrichment sessions on Wednesdays and Thursdays. To help students at home, we'd like you to encourage your son or your daughter to share their revision workbook with you so that you can see that they're sticking to the schedule. The schedule's inside the front cover, it's dated, and they work their way through a range of different revision topics and exercises. We'd also encourage you to ask your child to demonstrate their speaking skills. They've already prepared 12 questions towards the final exam, and if you could ask them the question either in French or Spanish, or just ask them the question in English, that would help them to build the confidence for their final assessment. And again, as I've already mentioned, competing with them on a language learning app would also be really helpful. And just a reminder that there's an awful lot of knowledge that's required for the history, the geography and the language curriculum. Absolutely essential that students acquire the knowledge and then learn to apply it, and using enrichment sessions and websites and apps to help them to build the confidence to do that. Thank you very much for listening.